Thank you guys for coming here to be here on this solemn occasion.
You're welcome.
First up, presentation starts on the next slide, guys. Don't get too excited. Life and labors of Captain Moroni!
Oh my God!
The birth of a hero! We can learn about Moroni's birth in the apocryphal second book of Alma.
Legitimate presentation.
The book of Alma.
An account written by Alma's brother, Alma, that parallels the first Alma.
Yes.
Alma rose in the morning and went down to the city of Nephi, and behold, his wife Camina did bring forth a son. Yea, a goodly child, with countenance fierce and noble. And Alma named the child Moroni, which by interpretation is
Really?
strong one.
Ah!
Have you read the book?
I'm such a bad member.
That's
For the
basically 2 books
Spirit
of
had so whispered unto him. Questions
Oh.
to consider.
You need your iPad with a little pencil.
Riddle me
This
this. Riddle me this. What attributes of Captain Moroni can we work to implement? What do you want?
I'm answering that question.
Wait till I finish
consider.
speaking.
Consider the lilies.
You're
Can
right.
we work to implement into our lives?
Who made
What mistakes
Whoa.
can we
Professor
avoid?
Griffiths, is that you?
Why is it important to consider apocryphal events?
Can you define apocryphal?
Do we believe in the apocryphal Book of Mormon? And why is the answer yes? Early years.
Fine, apocryphal.
Shush! While we don't know every second of Moroni's childhood, Second Alma does tell us some important highlights. Namely, that the child grew and was blessed with strength and stature. Perhaps more ambiguous is the line about a spirit of courage that burned bright within him. It's not clear what spirit and courage mean in context, so how can we tell?
Here.
Shush.
Sorry.
Spirit and courage, guys.
You just
Spirit and courage. Considering... What? Do you have something to say to
I
the
just
class?
really liked that last slide there. Yeah, Mahan Rai. Yeah.
Ah,
Wait, what are those?
Yeah. What about the words on the?
that says,
No, the words. Yeah, that's.
that says, your mom is gay, and so are you.
Oh.
Definitions.
Is that a 75 BC dictionary?
While Moroni was clearly prepared to be a warrior, we do not fully know if he was all healthy.
Mahan descendant of Roger.
Considering historical context, it refers to the moods, the attitudes, the conditions that existed in a certain time. Context is the setting for an event that occurs, and the elements, conditions, and characteristics of the specific time that will have an impact on the relevance of the event. What was happening at the time of the event, or the decision that shed some light on it? Just think about that for just a minute.
I don't think Trevor meant this one.
Shut up.
I'm thinking more about that tree.
I said silence. Think about it. In what type of a society did the event occur?
Hawaiian.
This is Sarah Hemla, bro.
Okay.
How does that relate? Oh.
Nobody asked. These are weapons, bro. Which of these weapons might have Moroni used, bro?
Oh, the second one?
Growing Nephite tensions. You know when you get in fights with your siblings and you have some tension? Yeah, they had this, but they were murdering each other. So if you thought you had it bad, don't worry.
It's just like legitimately kind of book more.
No idea.
You made these slides.
I had a little too much.
How doctrinally accurate are these?
I'm curious to
slides?
check
It's a
that.
great question. I don't care. Some
Moroni has his own book.
Nephites. Shush! Silence in the classroom.
Yes, ma'am. Order and accord.
Some Nephites who were growing unsatisfied with the traditions of their fathers, and they broke off calling themselves after Zoram.
Yeah.
How interesting. The dissenting Zoramites who became Lamanites and came with their thousands, that's a lot of people, into the land of Ammonite and Antiona. I can't speak.
Look that up. Is that in the scriptures?
Before they could fully strike through, they needed a strong leader like me.
Ooh.
Yes, muscle mommy.
Muscle mommy.
Professor.
Forget scrub mommy.
Is this allowed in class? I'm getting a little uncomfortable.
Alma 43.
Who could do this for them?
Yeah, it looks like it's actually in the book.
Yeah.
Mormon.
Why does it look like there's blood coming out of their heads? Just a thought.
bad haircuts.
The title of liberty is a pretty cool thing, and I don't feel like reading these words.
No.
Where did he put it?
And
what does it mean?
On his headplate, his breastplate, and his shields.
Stop being a nerd at all.
No.
Ages of prophets. Nephi was
Prophets?
78.
Chapter 77?
Abinadi.
He was older than Breslin.
That's what throws you off about him being on the side.
Abinadi was 82. Captain Moroni, only 25. Donald J. Trump was 77.
The second youngest out of those.
And most of all,
Bro looks like
Russell
he's
M.
about to fall
Nelson
over.
is 99.
Wait, what are these ages? Well, like, when are
Trevor,
these
don't
ages?
Moving
question
on.
it.
Choosing a captain. Why was Moroni younger than most of the other great leaders?
Great.
Why is that King
Because
Benjamin?
he was cool.
He was just that good.
He's keeping it.
Questions and insights.
No.
The Zoramite War and World War I. While the Book of Mormon and historical events like World War I are separated by vast stretches of time and cultural context, some scholars have identified intriguing parallels between the two, particularly in regards to the Zoramite War. Both conflicts resulted in immense devastation for all of the parties involved. Think about a time in your life where you were facing immense devastation.
Me
World War
fasting.
True.
I didn't ask you to say it out loud.
Sorry.
With the Book of Mormon describing widespread suffering and loss of life. Additionally, the text mentions the use of fortifications and trenches, which some scholars see as mirroring the trench warfare that became a defining characteristic of World War I.
It's like a legitimate opinion.
I remember World War I. I remember the trench.
I'm
remember
curious if
the
it's like legitimate
trenches.
Wait, do
connection
you
that
remember the
scholars have made,
dinosaurs
or
too,
if
or-
it's just,
Okay,
No.
no.
Is that
those were the
when
year
you
before I was
fighting
born.
with the French?
is that a real source?
Frenchies
I feel like
and
that
the
is a
Frenchies?
real source.
Anyways, I remember the trenches. They were a really rough time. Our feet were rotting. There were dead bodies everywhere.
How old are
Smelled
you?
like trash.
Jeez.
You do not ask a woman her age.
Casey?
What?
Furthermore, both the Book of Mormon and historical accounts of the aftermath of World War I point toward a period of societal upheaval and potential collapse, suggesting profound societal impacts beyond the immediate casualties of war. The Zoramite War. Parallels to World War I. You see the similarities?
Yes. They're both
I
angry.
don't see different pictures.
That one guy looks like he's about to eat the other guy's leg.
They had to resort
I
to
would
kettle
too if
corn.
I was hungry.
Mid-fight.
I was hungry.
Mid-fight, give me your leg.
Eat someone's
yum.
leg?
Continue.
Cool.
The Amalekite Wars. Parallel to death. Did the Amalekite Wars prophesy of a World War III?
How does that relate?
Is this legitimate? But way too much.
Question. Did Captain Moroni prophesy of World War III?
Look at the Wii.
No, not directly, but his actions leave strong implications to suggest the possibility of it. Are you stupid?
So he prophesied of 1 and 2, and then also 3, or just 3, knowing that we.
Where's like the thing?
Catch up with the class.
Sorry, I'll come in TA
Is that a
hours.
real source too?
I don't have a TA.
Oh.
Oh, back to
Captain
this Jackson
Moroni
story.
and
Okay.
Pahorid. Boring people. Moving on.
I don't know, I think it's funny how
Nibbly.
Captain
Two Nibbly,
Moroni
that's your
just
person.
squeezing
Nibbly, oh.
that pump word and
Nibbly.
pump word
No,
like
no.
The Nibblies are
children's
on.
art society's collapsing.
Tee. Anyways,
Did you read it?
did I read it?
Those-
Sorry.
I wrote it.
I know, I'm sorry.
Nibbly.
All of these sources, they're me.
Wait, those
Nibbly.
that contradicts the previous source. But okay.
Was Moroni's response a good thing or a bad thing? We don't care. Let's go on. Moroni and Mormon. Yeah, they're people.
Wow.
They're still people.
Mormon and Moroni.
Reincarnation.
What?
Relationship between Hinduism and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Which is better? Come on.
What? Professor,
You want to come talk to me after class?
Oh!
It's okay, baby girl. No one has to know.
Preach my gospel.
While reincarnation is not traditionally a tenet of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, some have begun to draw a connection with the popular idea, which is prominent in Hinduism. Preach My Gospel mentions Gautama, a Hindu chieftain in Nepal, as an example of an inspired religious leader, indicating the acceptance of other faiths to a degree. But
Where does Preach My Gospel reference?
I can search it up.
look and Preach My Gospel. If you had read the assigned readings before class, you would know.
Oh,
My guy, I've read most
There's so
of
much time
Preach
reading.
My Gospel.
Read it again.
Did you see my guide to the professor?
Did you see the updated version?
Yes, I did read the updated version.
We also...
Nowhere to be found in Preach My Gospel.
Nobody
Wait,
asked.
wait.
It might be
No,
the
no.
old version.
It's
We
clearly from
also-
the new journal.
We
He
also
has a
don't
Preach My
know
Gospel.
where we were before the pre-existence. We believe in exaltation, but that doesn't necessarily exclude the possibility of reincarnation before exaltation. Or even if we chose to experience life after exaltation, also referred to as nirvana in Hinduism. You gotta check your karma.
Nirvana.
In short, we don't know definitely, but it is definitely possible. The blind man. Does reincarnation exist? There are blind men today, so I say yes.
That is one
Got some nice
breastplate.
pets. Could there be other Moronis in this cycle of rebirth? Captain Moroni. Moroni is, and then Mormon's son. Thomas B. Marsh. And Thomas L. Martin.
Wait,
Huh.
the Mark?
Yes, the mark.
I know. There's a reason why you have to get special approval to take this class. You just can't know too much. Was Hercules the first Moroni? Some have speculated that Hercules might be an earlier reincarnation of Moroni. Both are known for their strength and connection with deity. And Hercules' 12 labors are similar to the battles Captain Moroni
Are
fought.
they?
Here.
I was following you to this point.
However, Hercules was never baptized, nor is there any record of him paying tithing.
Oh.
He's a really bad member. So it is unlikely he would have been reincarnated into the Book of Mormon. There's baptisms for the dead, but not tithing. So if you're broke, suck it up, you're gonna die.
Bro, how did he squeeze that line in between his armpit and his abs and his arm? Like, look at its face.
Was Hercules Moroni? Oh wait, apologies.
No.
Learning outcomes.
Oh my god.
Did you
Do these two things.
establish the learning outcomes at the end?
You gonna question my teaching methods?
Yes.
Drop out.
Oh, okay, bye.
Roll for real. like that.